Hi, Lee from Superpeg Australia. I'm going to run through how to change your current bedfly pole kit over to our self-standing pole kit using our bedfly conversion kit. Most pole kits will come with 4 poles. We'll have 3 upright poles, and then we've got 1 pole used as the ridge pole or spreader pole that comes out across the centre of your bedfly. And what we'll do is we'll convert these 4 poles over to our self-standing setup. There will be some bedfly kits, however, that only come with 3 upright poles. In this case, you will have to get the additional ridge rail or spreader pole with a bent spigot on one end and a nylon fitting with a hole in it on the other one. And this will need to extend to a minimum of 2.1 metres. When you get your bedfly conversion kit, you get a whole heap of parts here, and we'll just quickly run through them. You get 2 bird beak plates, 2 bird beak pegs, you get 4 25.4mm inserts, 2 22mm inserts, and 2 22mm C-clips. To convert these over, we need a few tools. So we need a hammer, we need a standard screwdriver, a tape measure, and a hacksaw. So with the pole kit that you've got, we've got the 4 poles in this particular kit. The first 2 we're going to change over are the 2 outside upright poles. These generally measure 2.3 metres. We're going to change the bottom of these, so what we need to do is we need to take the cap off and we need to replace that with the bird beak. There might be several different poles with different adjustment systems, whether it be twist lock, pole lever, or just a nylon collar. They all will work the same way. So the first thing we need to do is we need to knock the cap off the bottom of this. It's pretty easy to do. Usually if you get it, you can just knock it out like that. So once we've knocked those out and we've got the bare ends, we grab the 2 bird beaks and we need to just slot them in. So you'll notice on all the fittings there's a groove. So what we need to do is pushing that in there and key that aluminium into that groove. So use a standard screwdriver. So once we've got these keyed into place, this is where we put our bird beak plates on, and they'll be attaching to the van once we're ready to set it up. And that's that one done. So the second step is we need to get the centre upright pole, which is generally the longer one, and we need to pull that out. And what we need to do is we need to cut 150mm down, and then we add a C-clip into that. So before we cut it, we'll measure our 150mm approximately, doesn't have to be exact, and we'll cut that piece off there. If you've got one handy, just grab yourself a file just to clean off the sharp edges. Once you get your C-clip, it'll be pretty tight to get in, so if you can just get it on the leading edge inside the tube, the best way to put this on is to lay the outer tube down on a table and just clip that over. Grab yourself a hammer, and then you can just tap that home just like that. And that'll give us our next pole, which is only a little short one. We'll grab that pole, just give it another little bit of a clean with a file if you've got one. And we're going to get our nylon insert to suit 22mm. We're going to slot that in there, and then we'll key that into place using the screwdriver and the hammer. Remembering it's about 15mm in for the groove. So now we grab the outer pole And we just remove the foot cap off that. So we grab the open end of the other pole that we've just removed the cap from. We grab the 25mm nylon insert, and we want to put that in there. That one's a bit tight, so we might grab the hammer and just tap it. And again, we'll just key that into place. So that completes this particular pole. So we'll put that back together again. Then we've got a nylon insert on one end and a nylon insert on the other. So that's our bed fly conversion kit completed with the poles changed over. To finish off, we've got our two outside poles with the bird beaks on the ends that we've converted over. We've got our top spreader bar, which runs from the outside poles across the outer edge of the bed fly, and then we add the small upright stay to that, which then connects to our ridge rail and goes back to the van to create the completed bed fly conversion. For the full installation onto a van, please have a look at the full conversion kit installation video.